talking about when the thing I said was trash. What was it?
Like, sometimes your arguments be, I won't say trash, but I just completely disagree. Like, the one time that you were like, therapists should not exist. What did you say?
Oh, and I don't believe in therapists.
You don't believe in therapists.
But, no, okay, because I thought about that, and I want to make sure you understand what I mean when I say I don't believe in therapists.
Please help me.
I don't believe that going to college for therapy potentially makes you only qualified to therapize somebody. That's what I mean. Because, like I said, like, let's say if I'm a therapist, right? I went to school for therapy. I've done my, credits and all that stuff. I got my office, plaques hanging on the wall, and a woman comes to me that has been beaten and is going through it and needs to know how to cope in her life. Let's say that she meets also. Same scenario. You're not a therapist, though. You're just a woman, but you can shed an infinite amount more light on that than I can.
This is true.
That's why I say I don't believe in therapists as far as it can come from anywhere.
Okay.
Therapy, I believe in. I believe in therapy, but therapy can come from anywhere. That's why I said I don't believe in therapists.
So, let me explain to you where this miscommunication came into play. Because when we were sitting at the dinner table, and you said, I don't believe in therapists. I don't think they should exist. Like, what is the point? And you made it, I took it like, it was like, what is the fucking point in therapy? Like, if I can overcome blah, 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 then so can the other motherfucker. And it's like,
okay, but like I said, I don't think I could have not been clear on when I'm saying I don't believe in therapists.
But you even
not
included,
therapy.
Yeah. You even included that you had gone, we had our downfall. It was very hard for both of us. And you were able to pull out of it, and I was able to pull out of it, right?
Yeah.
And I said, well, what if I needed therapy for that? Do you remember that? The miscommunication came into play because of the extra details in the conversation.
Okay, that's fair. What I guess I meant was that you don't need to formally go through your insurance to find a licensed therapist, is what I guess I meant to say.
Okay, so what about this? Because I believe that I would make an amazing therapist. Only because of the things that I've been through. But I know that in order for me to become a therapist, I have to complete A, B, and C. Just like I could fucking be a great plastic surgeon and not have gone to school for it, but I know how to do the incisions, and I know I have the products to motherfucking put titties in and whatever, and I could give you some great breasts. But I know that in order for me to legally do this, I have to go through A, B, and C, and D in school to get my license.
Right, but then, okay, so let's say this then. Why do people that will say, and be right, because you're right, you would be a great therapist, and people that say it only because they've therapized people in the past. And they see that, like, oh, like that person will say, oh, damn, I didn't even think about it that way, or damn, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about, or damn, like, thing. Yeah. So it's not that damn, I really want to get into therapy and I'm just going to go to school for it. Like, that's the same, like, because you're talking about, like, so then that goes into another conversation about there's good therapists and bad ones at that point. But the good therapists and the bad therapists still went to school for the same time.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. Is like, I don't believe in therapy, or therapists rather, in the sense that, because anybody could technically do it as long as they go to school, but they may not be. But then
they also have to take psychology.
Right, but imagine
they also have to take, and in psychology you learn things like when you ask a person a question and they look to the left, that side of their brain lets you know that they're nervous. If they look to the right, that lets you know that they're telling the truth.
True.
If they, they learn different things that we don't know about.
You can't teach the human element of it. And you can't teach.
That's true.
You can't teach somebody to go through that. Like, I always tell you, I can only empathize with a lot of stuff you tell me.
Can you?
Yeah, because I can't sympathize because I don't know what it's like to deal with the things
I think that you can sympathize, but you can't empathize.
No, it's empathize is when you feel bad for somebody. Sympathizing
is like,
am I wrong?
Poor baby. I don't know. Google it.
I don't have.
Sympathize. Sympathize is when you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry for you. And empathizing is when it's like, I can feel your pain.
Well, either way, because there's one of them is I just feel bad. The other is I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's empathizing.
And so whatever the I feel bad
Sympathy.
is what I can do. Like I tell you all the time, I can only sympathize and give you my best, answer if you even want that. Like unless you just want to talk to me and then like I don't say shit.
Yeah, sometimes people just need a vent.
That's why I say, but that can come from anywhere. That's all I'm saying is that it can come from anywhere.
True.
Like you might meet somebody in there that clarifies your entire existence.
Yeah.
And they're just some dude that fucking a busboy that could be just that guy. So that's why I said I don't believe in formal licensed certified therapists because
why didn't you clarify that at the restaurant?
Well,
even after when I was like, you don't fucking believe in therapists?
Well, because when you get in the yellow mode, it's like I don't get to talk.
That's not true. That's not true. You have I shush. When you do choose to talk, I shush. I interrupt.
Record next time you shush.
I interrupt.
Because that is a moment that the internet needs to see.
I interrupt, yes. But
all the time.
You need to interrupt back.
That's not what I do.
Well, you need to do it in order to get your point across.
I care about your points. I'm not going to interrupt you because I care about your points. So I'll let you finish, then I'll talk.
I'm literally like an attorney. Like an attorney grilling someone on the stand for murder.
But that's another thing. I don't explain things to be right. I explain them to understand, for you to understand my point.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Okay. Well, I guess.
Because there's so many misunderstandings sometimes.
Well, I'm just saying that to start this conversation, I only believe I don't believe in formal licensed therapists. I believe in therapy, but it can come from anywhere.
I agree then.
That's all I was saying.
Because I was like,
wrong.
Oh, his character is off. He doesn't believe in therapists. He thinks they shouldn't exist. What kind of person believes that? There's people out there struggling with mental health that all they need is one person to therapize them. And they'd prevent a mass murder. You know what I mean?
Right, but that could be you at this restaurant or at that fucking mailbox thing. It could be you. It could be anybody. That's what I'm saying is that anybody.
But therapists should exist. I just remember at the restaurant when I was like, well, I went through this and that and this and that and this and that, losing my children, losing my house, being domestically abused, and all this drug addiction and blah, blah, blah.
So do you think I'm qualified to therapize you as a licensed therapist? Do you think I'm more qualified to therapize you than somebody who actually did all that and came out? Let's say back when you was going through it.
Oh, I agree.
Exactly.
But I'm just reminding you of the conversation.
Okay.
Because I said all these things.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were making another
I'm just reminding you of the conversation. I said all these things and still you were like, and I was like, and I needed therapy.
I'm not here now. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
While I'm talking about being domestically abused.
Sorry, that was extra. Let's go.
He would never hit me. Anyways. Right?
No.
He would never hit me. Because if he did, I got my knife, my pocket knife, my pepper spray. Don't even let me show you my licenses.
Yeah, okay.
Anyhow.